Ladies and gentlemen, the sun is out, the birds are singing and chirping, the cars are driving by loudly, so I have a window open just for that. Near Impact is where we go for this Terran mirror. TopRamen versus Shopkeeper Dog. Looks like our TopRamen is playing on the moniker Flash. Flash and Ass Man? Confirmed? I guess it's because, we think about it, right? We had Good Friend for Ayud, who's a former pro gamer. We had, obviously, all of the names and IDs that Bing Bong, aka Hit 'em Up, has been using. He's been gunning under all sorts of different ones. I feel like I've seen an Idra before from him as well. Anyway, Hit 'em Up has been spreading the gospel. You must name yourself after a Starcraft 1 pro gamer. That will give you a fraction of their power. So, TopRamen wins this, obviously. Let's see. He is our Jet Black Terran in the bottom right. And in the top left, we have Shopkeeper Dog as our Midnight Green Terran in the top left. Near Impact is a map by Jujic, and I believe this one is the updated version indeed. We've got these nice little side passageways here that are partially unbuildable. Go straight into the third base. Other than that, one big change to the sort of 9 o'clock bases are the fact that there is a ramp into it from there. And I don't know if there are any other changes to the map, but those are two big ones already for us to sink our teeth into. It's hard for me to remember, what all part of the architecture was here before. But Jujic is updating it. It is available in the Class 0 testing folder if you guys are interested in checking it out right here, right now, for the latest round of Cosmonarchy map updates. I guess this one was made a little bit more open, right, as part of it, this little hill. And supposedly you can pass through here as well. So, yeah, okay, there's a couple of different small little passages. Flash stands tall. Always. Flash would have won is the way that this title is going to be. No, I can't really do that, but I can't make you guys believe that Flash is playing when it's not really him. When it really is him, you best believe it'll be in the thumbnail, it'll look like an Artosis Casts video. It probably will be an Artosis Casts video at that point. But hey, we'll get there. Slowly but surely. They will all play Cosmonarchy. Alright, Shopkeeper Dog is going to go ahead and clean up the Battle Worker that actually did 3 ticks of damage to that Vulture. That's not nothing, guys. We got a couple of mines laid up over here. Looks like we have Fulcrum. We have a gas cap here from Shopkeeper Dog, but Talos is coming out for, I was about to say Flash again, TopRamen. So I suppose that the battle workers, the Talos workers, the flying workers, in this case are going to fly over here indeed to the corners. We'll have to see what Dog wants to do about that. Instead, he's going to fast expand. He's obviously going to cap his gas. For those who are unaware, you can harvest Vespene directly from the source with Cosmonarchy geysers. And I'll talk a little bit more about that after this scuffle is over, because we do have some vultures swooping on in, laying those offensive mines. Unlike in StarCraft 1, mines don't blow up for damage, they blow up to stun and slow. But they also affect all units now. Workers, obviously vultures in this case. Archons were another unit that were immune to mine hits. But not the High Templar. Isn't that kind of funny? I mean, they both hover, right? So you'd think if one unit is immune, then the other one must be as well. All the mines are swept here, but Dog is going to take this opportunity to just dive in and kill the Vulture. Definitely a big change in what is possible. He's actually going to go ahead and force target down 2 out of 3 of those mines that just get laid. And, we have some other units being put up over here, but instead, yeah, I think Dog is going to secure the eco advantage. He's actually going to use the Neblime tactic of using a worker to clear those mines. And it is a Terran worker, so it's a little bit hardier as a result. Only 1 mine left. It'll probably be swept just sort of accidentally here at some point. Incidentally, perhaps. More Taluses saturating the ridges over here. They can build the sieve on the ridge, and that brings me nicely back to the previous point I was making, is that you can harvest Vespene directly from geysers and ridges, which is a new Vespene node we added. But also one of the things that we do is we allow you to cap your geysers and your ridges. So you can build a sieve as Terran. The other races have Sedents and Eskagants, but you can build that, and that will basically give you the yield of 3 to 5. So just like the geyser. It basically gives you a second geyser in your base. You can think about it that way. So we have the same kind of thing happening over here, whereas Dog has been capping his ridges post-haste in both his main and the natural. the Taluses are just mining from these neutral bases. Who has more net gas? Soon it will be TopRamen, because he's going to have saturation on, you know, basically 4 extra ridges. Definitely a big deal. The Vulture move out is caught, and a very fast tier 2 here from Shopkeeper Dog, so perhaps he's already going to be insulated versus what his opponent has. We see here that TopRamen has been switching into the Cyclops. Cyclops provides a little bit of splash damage, but it is contingent on the enemy remaining in the same area for like 2 seconds. Which sounds like a lot of counterplay, but you'd be surprised how often it ends up proccing and hitting, you know? So, gotta watch out for that. Will our dog watch out for that? He's actually got pretty good map control right now. He's been heavier into the Vulture. I think both of our players are on 2 Folk. I say that, of course, TopRamen does have a 3rd. He's going to be leveraging his extra Vespene to, it seems, eventually go for his own tier 2. But he has added Goliaths into the mix. They're only 50 Vespene each, but still pretty significant, you know. 2 of them is 1/6, or no, 1/3. Wait, no, 1/6 of the Atlas cost. There you go. So you can make 12 Goliaths for the Vespene cost of 1 Atlas, which is your tier 2. So that is on the way. You can kind of think about it as an age-up mechanic. I know that's how one of our newer players, Steven, from Australia, he's been featured on the channel a few times. He's referred to the Iral Iris for the Zerg and the Atlas for the Terran as an age-up mechanic. It's not that far away from what the description could be. And we're actually going to see double Palladium, double Captaincy as the move here. So perhaps it's going to be like, I guess right now, because there's not room for 2 add-ons here, so I'm not sure if he's going to go Tinkerer. When you go the Tinkerer add-on, you get the Striga, you get the Siren. The Siren was revised recently to pull units. At the very least, he'll have some Madcaps, right? So there is that as well. It looks like he's got to be careful about a push, because when you have this kind of technical switch, where you're investing all these resources into production and not necessarily into units here and now, you are potentially vulnerable. There is some grounds to believe that we are going to get TopRamen pushing in and doing some damage here. Let's see what he can do. The mines are here for our Midnight Green Terran. Shopkeeper Dog kind of luring him through, and just buying time for his phalanxes back home. TopRamen adding 3 Palladiums of his own. He will definitely have his own artillery deployed to the front line. They're finishing up right now as his Atlas is about 80% complete. And there we go. 3 phalanxes for TopRamen being produced back at home. And I do see that as of right now, the base eco here is definitely kicking in favor of TopRamen. A little bit of Vulture sorties. I will say Dog has done very, very nicely to slow the assault, the move, the advance from Ramen. And these mines are going to be absolutely deadly, catastrophic even, to deal with when you've got multiple phalanxes there. There was a brief period of time where I thought maybe Ramen was considering, do I just go for it? Do I just charge forward? But he had lost all of his Vultures, and Cyclops Goliath would not have done very well versus Madcap Phalanx, especially with those 2 mines left over. So the Vultures will continue to kind of move around, those delayed explosions. Obviously, the source of the Cyclops' splash damage definitely going to factor in versus a unit that, I mean, it doesn't clump up like Bio does, but it clumps up a little bit more than you would like. 3rd base lifted and moved over for our doggy boy. Our good boy? Question mark? Looks like the Vultures are going to patrol over. These Phalanxes not in their deployed mode, otherwise the Vultures might be able to have a field day with them because the Phalanxes lose their armor when they are deployed. Vultures definitely work out very good against that. Now, Shopkeeper Dog has a lot of money. He is saving up for a tier 3 rush? Really? Oh my god. APM dropping, but the bank rising. Slightly misplaced Ministry, but he is going to tier 3 at 8.5 minutes. I can't believe it. This is versus the guy who's actually saturated this area over here in the top right and the bottom left, which actually does show that there has been a change in the resource allocation. There's no longer geysers over here. Those are minerals. So it's ridges and minerals. That's it. And you can obviously cap the ridges to expand your horizons there. Now, Ramen is going commandments, so he's going to be adding the Seraph, maybe the Azazel. He's adding Tinkerer's Towers. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we are going to see some advanced bio with some support of the other add-ons as well, yeah. So, okay. Maybe we're going to get some of those from Dog as he adds 2 more captaincies in prime positions to have add-ons. Interesting stuff. Cyclops Goliath moving over. Some of them are a little bit wounded. Might be taking a stab at one of these new pathways here. And yeah, it's actually an undefended base, a 4th Ministry being put down here by Dog. Not really the same thing for Ramen. Instead, he's really focusing on his military comp. And yeah, he's definitely thinking about using this little side passageway that did not normally exist. Looks like luckily for Dog, he's got a couple of madcaps out. Okay, he's going to have to pull the workers away from the Cyclops splash, though. Otherwise, we are definitely going to be in some pain. Okay, a lot of dead workers there. Unfortunately, I haven't really talked about the worker count this game. They've been pretty even, but this is going to be one of the first swings, it looks like. The madcaps are more than enough to deal with that, though. They don't even go to... I think they lost 1 madcap. Yeah, that was it. 4 Masons, 1 madcap. He cleans up the mech army. Not too bad. The military count's actually quite low for this period of the game, both players being a little bit more on the tech side. But I don't think that Ramen was expecting a tier 3 rush. It's finishing up just about now. I can't believe it. From 8:40 to about 10:30, that's when we see the Daedalus finish. That is tier 3. The fastest in a recent recorded game that I'm getting up on a cast, at the very least. One final lobotomy mine for Shopkeeper Dog. Oh my god, he's got so much money. Oh, he's going Diadem. Well, I guess. I thought he would be going Nanite. If you go like double Nanite here, you probably just swing out. You could still have enough money for a Diadem, I think. But he's going to go triple Diadem. The Ion Cannon will arrive. 4th base getting set up for both players. Lodestone, Ministry locally. Big worker transfer, so Ramen going to leverage his extra workers. Not really great saturation at the 3rd base. Remember, he still has all of these gas miners. He's even decided to cap the sieves. Cap the ridges with sieves. 3 out of 4. Very significant there. I will say, though, once the diadems come up, you are going to need to pivot those starports into something different. Like, now we need to see Gorgon stacks or something like that, right? Adding a lot of ground army. You know, you can still get a lot done, I feel like. You probably, ironically, want Mavericks for this because you can stim them. Their fast movement speed lets you sprinkle them right into the mineral line, and then suddenly the diadems are tearing down your own base. There's not too much that people have explored with regards to versus diadem. Because who the hell has the opportunity to, you know? Well, maybe we'll find out if Near Impact ends up being a holdout map that sticks around in Class 1. Surprisingly passive game, but we're building towards quite the explosive finisher. I think if I'm in Ramen's position when I see that the diadems are here, which they have lifted up, by the way, they're going to go ahead and deploy on the front lines. Very cool. When I see the diadems initially, the first thing I'm doing is exploding these commandments and going straight into like Sundog production, right? Because Sundogs are super good versus this kind of thing. So I go straight into the rotary. That's probably what I do. We'll see what Ramen does. Maybe he's going to be like, oh, I can nuke. By the way, Biotic Bastion's being made in the background, so we are going to see some endgame bio, sort of like, I don't know what you would call it exactly. It is endgame mech from the Iron Foundries, but they are pretty significant. There it is. The first couple diadem shots. Oh, and they hit! They hit well, clearing some of the very important backline units like the Apostles. Oh, man! Almost no revives left for this army of Ramen's, and he's up against quite the move. I think a couple of Seraphs went down as a result of those diadem explosions. Another one hitting the deck. Where's the D-Matrixes? He pushes forward anyway. He's making good ground, it has to be said. All of the extra armor rend and the Azazel armor buff definitely helping out, but Ramen clumping up there, and he's allowing his army to be broken. Nonetheless, he breaks one of the diadems, which is pretty significant. But Ramen definitely needed to do a little bit something different, I feel like. Oh, he's getting a little bit of action over here, irradiating this low worker base. The Azazel does end up going down, unfortunate. Another round, though, coming out. If he can avoid getting clumped up in those kinds of positions, he can definitely get some value added. But behind this, we do have the Anticathons up. They are coming up. Oh, no. Oh, the Seraphs are dead. You got to get a little bit closer than that, my friend. Close the gap. Not quite going to happen here. Oh, actually, if that diadem doesn't get repaired, it will burn down. So there is that, at least. Irradiates are continuing to wreak some havoc. All right, let's see. No! He's trying to escape! No! He can't escape! Oh! pulled in by the embrace of the new Siren. That's a surprise encounter. The one problem is you don't want to pull your enemy units into your army when you've got diadem support. That is what you do not want to do. A lot of clumped up workers over here that Ramen's going to go after. Shopkeeper Doug maybe forgetting about it. Ah, yes! He puts the Heracles in the worker line. The Anti-Chthons are trying to do their best to revive everything, but they might be a little bit further out of range. Are they going to get it? Oh, never mind. The Sirens have got it. See ya. Not going to make that happen. This diadem very close to burning down. Another round. Moving in, and I think I just heard a missile launch armed. So there goes one diadem. Where's the missile launch? Oh, it's kind of off to the side here. We gotta put like a mini map marker on there. Ooh, for witnesses and stuff, so we can actually see. I think he basically just nuked like 2 madcaps. I don't know what the deal is with that. All right, so the workers are starting to collapse a little bit for Shopkeeper Dog. Does he have the eco to continue this? Feels like the answer might be no. But back at home, Ramen is not really making, I feel like, good tech choices. There's another one. Oh, he's targeting over here now. I feel like the madcaps are going to clear this, so... Yeah, that's unfortunate for Ramen. He is not going to be able to get it out. Madcaps scaled up their attack speed over time. We've got more iron foundries being made. The Striga's running in! Drawing fire from the diadems. Oh, boy. Goodbye. Wait, what? Oh, it burned down! But don't worry. Shopkeeper Dog is moving forward. He's got his battle workers. He's got his phalanxes. He's got his anti-chthons, the corpse engines. It's another missile launch. I'm not quite sure where. Oh, nuking inside the natural. Ramen up to his old tricks. We'll definitely monitor that as the 4th base seems to be broken. It seems like Dog is just fine with this situation. He pulls his workers away. Nice move there. There goes the sieve. Ministry. Looks like another irradiate just gets sent out as well for good measure. But will this base be able to hold? I feel like the answer is no. If he had enough phalanxes, he could probably stop the anti-chthons from moving forward. Right now, it's a little bit difficult. He's actually going to engage in. Massing irradiates in one square does nothing. Oh, the Seraphs. No, the Sirens have got the Seraphs again. And now they are Shopkeeper Dog's Seraphs. He will take the corpses. He will use his tier 3. So the anti-chthon just each second will revive 1 corpse nearby, right? So it's very, very potent. It doesn't require it to attack. It just does it. And it does some pretty good damage to boot. A lot of apostles are being offered up. Clumped up for 1 irradiate is Shopkeeper Dog's stolen Seraphs. They will fall unceremoniously. Crazy stuff. We've got a couple of defensive phalanxes, which can be pulled by Sirens, you may have noticed. Yep, there they are. Oof. Brutal. Oh, hold on. We have another round. Another missile launch has hit. Looks like there's not really that much that Shopkeeper Dog has left. This is actually a surprisingly close game. Apostles being yoinked around. We needed to get more phalanx production here. He's actually got a lot of Heracles he needs to throw up there. There you go. I still think if he had went some air units, he would have been able to do this as well. Gorgons, freeze the anti-chthons in place, that kind of thing. Unfortunately, the Heracles are not going to quite be enough, and that is going to be a runaround. We've got iron foundries galore being built up. There was a 6th base, or 5th base being taken at one point. 6th base, yeah. I had to count. These irradiates are still doing something. Well, anti-chthons might spot it. These Sirens could still get oh no! It's happened again! No, Ramen! I can't believe it. Pazuzu's coming out. Interesting. They deal some splash damage, but I don't know if they're going to be able to clear what we see here. Oh, it looks like a Pazuzu was already deployed. That's going to be it for that. Well, we got to see some pretty significant tech. I'll say that much. We got to see some very interesting ideas. And I don't think I've seen anti-chthons in a very long time in like a 1v1 context. You might have to go back like several years for a cast, or a year for a cast with that anti-chthon. I can't remember. But it was glorious. Hey, the Daedalus survived for now. Apothecaries taken care of. The Atlas might not survive. Damn. There was a lot of production in that base, and it seems like it's all going to be gone. No, you can't get on top of the anti-chthons. Oh my god. What a chaos. What bedlam. Oh, he's making some silver tongues. He still has all of these gas harvesters in the corners. Didn't ever cap that last ridge, but hopefully that's not the difference maker. Yeah, I was kind of quick to dismiss this game and be like, yeah, that's probably over. But I mean, with all these iron foundries getting caught, it does kind of suck. That's a lot of money invested into production that isn't going to go anywhere. Well, we got a round of silver tongues that are going to come out. If they can get to a vantage point and range down the enemies before they can come in, he would probably need something like 16 silver tongues, I feel like. Something like that, you know? I know that's like an oddly specific number. I don't know why I was thinking in powers of 8, but there you go, or numbers of 8. But if he can get a lot of them, he might be able to hold. Oh shit, the diadems. Gotta watch out for that. Now, you might actually want to, like, if the diadem field is in play, you might want to step into it and then step out, because it does give you extra attack speed when you're underneath the field. It damages you, but it gives you extra attack speed for a short time. So, unfortunately, those captaincies are nowhere to be found. A couple of reclaimed units just kind of lingering. Shopkeeper Dog pushing on through with his deathless army. I can't believe how much economic damage Ramen was able to do. We got an Aeon out as well. This fires missiles, which have the fields similar to the Autocrat. A Diadem Shell absolutely wreaks havoc on that Apothecary. The Dilettante being offering up a moment of little extra tankiness, but unfortunately one of those, or maybe two of those Silver Tongues got pulled in by the Siren. That is not ideal. Some Sirens are being, no, the Silver Tongues are being reclaimed. Oh no, that might be it. I don't think there was anything left. He needed way more than that. I don't know where they all went, but they are gone. The snipers for Ramen completely taken over, and GG has to be called. A ridiculous 20-minute game that I definitely did not see coming. So hats off to Shopkeeper Dog for making that possible. Thanks, Jujic, for letting us see a new map, a new version of your old map, I guess. And definitely looking forward to seeing more games on it. Probably won't all go this way. This definitely seems like they both decided to do a handshake. And Shopkeeper Dog, he's got claws. Or paws. Whatever. You guys know what I mean. Tomorrow, more Cosmonarchy. Stay tuned.